If I can have testing. Are we on? Okay, it's 2:59. We have one more minute to the hour. So I just wanted to make sure everyone was here and paying attention. Okay. Okay, we're going to be starting in just a minute. Okay, the time is 3 o'clock and the meeting is called to order. This is the special meeting of the University of Guam Board of Regents held at the SBPA Multipurpose Room 129. The special meeting and notice were given on June 15th and 20th and published in the Guam Post. We have 9 members present, and so we have a quorum. So I'd like to begin the meeting with agenda item 2.0, report from standing committees. We do have one committee report. Agenda item 2.1, the Academic Personnel and Tenure Committee, and I'd like to call on Regent Leon Guerrero, the chair of the committee, to present the resolution.
Thank you, Chair Purvito. Can you hear me? Good. Okay. The Academic Personnel and Tenure Committee did meet on Monday, June 19th via Zoom, and we did have quorum. And we have one action to bring before the board for full approval. So I make a motion to approve resolution number 23-21 relative to approving the pay adjustments for federally funded employees as authorized by Public Law 37-3.
Thank you, Regent Leon Guerrero. Do we have a second, please?
Regent Diaz, I second the motion.
Thank you, Regent Diaz. Okay, discussion.
Sure. This request was submitted by the General Counsel and was reviewed and endorsed by the President, the SVP, and the Academic Personnel and Tenure Committee for approval. A little background on this is the board is responsible for approving and adopting budgets and plans that together serve as the primary controls to ensure the effectiveness and financial well-being of the university. Public Law 37-3 was enacted on March 31st, 2023, adjusting the Government of Guam pay plan by 22%. Public Law 37-3 did also preclude the application of pay adjustments to unclassified employees for the remainder of fiscal year 2023, except in relevant part to federally funded unclassified employees. In April, the board passed resolution number 22-15 regarding the creation of rules and regulations regarding professional, technical, federal, and externally funded employees of the university, a new classification. And the university has many federally funded employees across many units who are eligible to receive an increase as a result of Public Law 37-3. So what this action aims to do is to give the university the authority to proceed under 2 conditions with the 22% pay adjustment for federally funded, 100% federally funded unclassified employees. And that is that the federal grant authorizes it, and 2, the funds are available. What this will do is it will affect 104 unclassified employees and leave a remaining 354 not included in this action who aren't under the classification of 100% federally funded. But what it does do is also indicates that the university will continue to work on a plan for addressing all other unclassified employees or the remaining 354 not covered in this action in order to maintain pay equity among all employed groups of the university. And so that's pretty much in a nutshell what we have, including some of the discussion we had earlier.
Yeah, thank you, Regent Leon Guerrero. And as you know, we had just discussed this briefly during our work session. So does anyone have any questions regarding the resolution? Okay, if not, I'd like to call for a vote on the resolution. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Abstentions? Okay, the ayes have it. Resolution passes unanimously. Thank you, Regent Leon Guerrero.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to agenda item 3.0, the review of Presidential Search Committee report. Regent Diaz.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and half a day to the rest of the fellow board regents. As chairperson for the UOG Presidential Search Committee, I will speak to agenda item 3.0, which is regarding the review of the Presidential Search Committee report. The UOG Presidential Search Committee was assembled to identify 3 finalists for the position of president and to submit their application packets to the executive committee and the rest of the board of regents for review. The executive committee approved the list of finalists, and their information was then provided to the board as a whole. The 3 finalists were then invited to visit the campus and meet with stakeholders, including the Board of Regents, Presidential Search Committee members, administrators, faculty, staff, students, and alumni. First to visit was Dr. Mary Okada from April 24 to 26, followed by Dr. Anita Enriquez from May 3 to 5, and concluded with attorney Legine Kessenberry from May 8 to 10. The finalists all had identical itineraries. The finalist presentations to faculty, students, staff, and alumni, as well as separate Q&A sessions, were recorded and posted on YouTube for the public to view. All stakeholders who viewed the presentations in person or recorded versions were invited to complete a survey to rate the finalists. The survey data was kept confidential and forwarded to the board. Any confidential and sensitive information will be discussed in agenda item 4.0 executive session. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Regent Diaz. Yeah, I actually would also like to, at this time, recognize our head of Human Resources Department, Joe Gumatao, for his professionally handling the search in such a timely manner and to get to where we are today. So thank you, and to your team, Joe. Yeah. Okay, moving on now to agenda item 4.0, executive session. I'd like a motion to move into executive session, please.
I'd like to make a motion to move into executive session.
Okay, second, please.
Valencia, second.
Okay, thank you. Discussion, okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, abstentions? Okay, the ayes have it. The board will now move